Welcome to Mystic Café.
I love it. Love the little intro.
Thank you.
So we are here today with Mari Beckman. She is a psychic, a medium, a master galactic healer, a channel, author, a teacher, and she hosts her own show, Metaphysical Meltdown, which is also a podcast, similar to the one we are on today. And she is from Tacoma, Washington. Welcome, Mari.
Welcome.
Thanks so much.
Happy to have you.
I'm so happy to be here. I love that. I love that intro.
Oh, I thank you.
All the graphics. I love it. Love it, love it. So, Mari, tell us a little bit about what it is that you do as a healer and what it means to be a master galactic healer and a little bit of background.
Okay, sure. I started out by learning Reiki, and I did the Usui Reiki back in, well, whatever 18 years ago is. It's too much for me. And I learned to do some other modalities like tapping and gosh, there's 3 or 4 things that I learned. And during that time, my guide said, just hang with them. They're going to teach me the real way that they want me to put it all together. And so I did. I really didn't go to that many classes over the years. I just listened to my guide. So my guide at that time was Holy Mother Mary and Clara Barton, who started the Red Cross. And I learned from them for a while. And I started working at fairs and just barely, just started out slowly. And over time, I sort of developed my own way, which is a little odd, but it works. It works. So last year in July, I was sitting in a Reiki class called Karuna and Holy Fire Reiki. And I was hanging out, minding my own business, and I understood what my book was about, that it really wasn't a book, that it really was a manual to a class. And what I had kind of thought was light codes, it really was light codes. And I didn't really know a lot about light codes. And I found out that everybody's light codes are different. And I started seeing things hanging in the air outside, looking outside of myself, when I would be looking at a client, or I would be maybe meditating. I could see it kind of hanging there. And I thought, wow, that I think might be I wasn't sure. So in class, I saw exactly what it was. And so I began to work on the book, and they told me, don't worry, just write. So I thought I was just doing a basic metaphysical book of some nature, not really basic. It was more like anything that I had learned over the years, I was just going to put in this book. And all of a sudden I understood it really is a manual. And then pretty soon I understood those codes are really something cool. And so I started to draw them, and they gave them to me 5 at a time or 4 at a time, depending. And I drew them really badly and handed them to my husband, who's a graphic artist, and he drew them nicely. And so they look like little icons is what they look like. So people are going to look at these and think, I don't know what that is, but it moves. They move. You can see that they're going to move. And once they're put in a person, it changes you. So they are called, the name of the manual is called The Art of Your Energy, Galactic and Celestial Healing Codes for Healing and Empowerment. So that's what they are. They're free. It's broken up in groups, and they're for healing and empowerment. And depending, if you just need one, you can have one, or you can have a group, or you can have the whole thing. There's 33. And then the other day, I heard from my guides, they said, you're going to teach a class called Power, Sex, and Money. And by the way, here are your codes. So first they gave me the abundance code, and I put that out, and people have been getting abundance like crazy. And then they showed me power and sex, and my husband drew those, and I've been sending those out. So they work in an odd little way, but they really do work. So what happens is I have them on my wall across in my office, and I just walk up to the wall and I say, is this person's problem somewhere in the coding? And they go, oh yeah, it's right there. I run that through somebody, and it happens that they are cleared. That's how it goes.
That's awesome. I love that. Yeah, you mentioned kind of your history and how you started out too, and that's how you and I met. Actually, was at a fair, and it was my first venture into doing public healing in a fair environment. So that's pretty cool. And you've done healing for me. It's wonderful.
Yeah, you did it for me too.
Yeah, we had a good time.
That's why I like this.
down.
Because when you're not busy, you can go find your friends and they can work on you.
Yeah, get a recharge. Hit the reset button. Yeah, for sure. That is cool. So when does the book come out?
It should be in a couple weeks.
Awesome.
So I have nothing to hold up, but I know it's coming. It's coming. Yeah. Just imagine.
I love it. Imagine. Yes. It's a fabulous book. That's awesome. So the one of the things that we wanted to do, I know, was kind of a clearing and maybe share some of the love, some of the energy. Did you want to do that now, or do you want to do it a little bit later on? What are they telling you?
I do want to say that I need a moment to try to assist people finding you, because they can't find you. So I will be right back. I have 2 or 3 people looking and they haven't figured it out yet. And it's not
trying to get here. I got it. Okay.
Yeah.
We're only live on Facebook tonight. I'm sorry. I didn't have time to set up with the podcast studio live tonight.
Yeah, that's right. So we'll have to do the Facebook one.
And then the recording I'll put on the podcast and on the website and YouTube as well.
So I just have people find you guys rather than having it come up on my Facebook feed.
You can share it to your Facebook feed if that might work.
Let me.
Okay, there we go.
Options.
Wasn't easy to find, but made it. Thank you, Nancy. Glad you kept looking.
Yay.
Wasn't easy to find. That's okay, kids. We're catching up. Just give us a second.
Right. I'm going to go to Mary's page, and I'm going to. Oh, yep. It says just now. There you are. You did it. You made it. It's on your page. Woohoo! So people can follow that and get to it. That's awesome.
Chris Chrisman, can you work a little technomancy in the chat room tonight? We're down a Jake. So
we are down a Jake. Our techromancy is not here to help us. Oh my goodness. So yeah, talk to us a little bit about what it means to be a master galactic healer and how you've worked through the dimensions and who assists you in that, who you call upon, how do they work with you or through you? How do those kind of conversations take place?
Sure. Well, I always had a lot of guides, like a lot. And one day, a fabulous healer told me that instead of doing mediumship and doing clearings and readings and healings the way I was doing it, why didn't I just become a higher self medium and have everybody go through my higher self? And people have been telling me that, and I wasn't resistant. I was doing it basically, but I wasn't doing it altogether 100%. So I asked my guides to release. So I said goodbye to everybody and felt as though my last friend left me. It felt very, very, I felt very alone for about a month. And I learned to be a higher self channel and medium that way. And so I just spoke with spirit. I just spoke with my higher self, and I kind of just rested for a little bit. This was, gosh, I don't remember what year it was. Was it prior to 2020. I can't remember. Anyway, the healer is Katie Indicrow. She's the one who said, "Yeah, just got to do it because there's too many of them. There's busloads of them, and everybody's got an agenda. No matter what, you know, Master Jesus, he's all about love. He doesn't feel heavy on me. That's my grandpa. So he's fine. And then some of my other guides, totally fine. They're going to come back. I didn't really know how that would be. So I just kept quiet. And suddenly I saw my companion guide come back. This is my absolute main guide. Used to be married to him. Don't say his name. Don't want to get sued. So anyway, there he is. He's there. And I said, "Oh, I'm so thankful you are back." And I said, just like a wife, I said, "Did you do what you were supposed to do?" And he said, "Yes. And I know you did. And we worked together." And so we have been working together ever since. And he's the one I worked with on these codes. And so the energy to hold the codes come through the Arcturians, through Archangel Metatron, and through Ascended Master Kutumi. Those are the three that hold the big giant tube of light. So what I'm really doing is I'm bringing in the galactic central suns. So a lot of people are talking about the suns. And when I figured out that's what it was, I had no idea. My guides tell me when I'm supposed to know it. And I'm just totally fine with that. So it was like the last day before I was turning in my information to the publisher. And doggone it if they didn't tell me how the codes came in. So my old guide, Ra, came in and said, "You stuffed those codes in your body when Lemuria ended. And you held them all these lifetimes." And I said, "Good to know," because I knew I was in Lemuria. I knew I wasn't in Atlantis. And boy, he just starts laughing. Well, then I got the understanding of, yes, I was. I mean, I could have been a rock, who knows, but I was there. And so I stuffed the codes in my body, and now they're ready to come out. And so I can get them out of my body into a client, or out of my body into a healer, because the codes belong to everybody. They do. And so everybody else's codes belong to everybody else too.
Yeah.
Because you know how beautiful artists are now putting up their codes, and you look at them and you feel something. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. So you recognize it. And that's the thing that's always fascinating to me too, as a healer. And as I've evolved through my work and my connections, and my evolution, is that it's in its time. And that's the thing that so many people seem to struggle with, is I want to know it all right now, but we're not always ready to receive the information in the way we need to receive it. Because as we know, life can be cyclical, and we'll come back to things and view them differently and in a different way. And so it's almost like you have to wait till you ripen to that stage, and then you're ready for that information. And it just, you keep progressing that way as long as you progress and don't get stuck or stagnate. So yeah, that's a big one that I think I hear a lot from people. Well, like, I just woke up one day and all of a sudden all these things happen. No, it was a progression over time. And touching on what you said about the codes too, is it's not a progression necessarily of receiving or even learning. Sometimes it's a progression of relearning or re-knowing or rediscovering. And that information's there, we just forgot, or it was locked away, or it was closed off to us in that moment. But as we progress, we were able to pull it forward out of ourselves. It's all inside of us and within us. It's just, how do we tap into it and retrieve it and bring it forward, so that we can participate in the global healing in whatever capacity we are meant to, that we signed up for. So yeah. I love that. We hear that a lot.
I was chatting with a lovely lady yesterday, and she told me that she felt as though she was looking at Asian writing, Japanese, like kanji. And I said, "That's your light codes are coming in." So exciting. Yeah. That's kind of what mine look like too. Look like writing. Yeah.
That's amazing. It's cool. And, as you progress, sometimes you feel like you're going crazy, or at least I do, as I go to the next level or expand to something new. I'm like,
I lost you.
How did we all get muted? We were all muted. Can you guys hear me okay?
What, you guys hear that?
Woo! What happened?
I don't know.
Uh-oh. It wasn't me. I swear I didn't touch anything. I don't know what happened.
I didn't touch anything either. Usually it's me.
Let's see.
Can't you just start singing to that? No. Okay.
There we are. Are you back?
Yeah.
It wasn't me.
Sorry, guys.
I didn't want me to talk. They were like, "Shut her up. Don't listen to her."
sometimes,
You know, talking about going crazy, and they're like, whoop,
oh,
nope.
We'll show you crazy.
Right, we'll show you crazy.
there
Don't
are
get
a
out our
couple guests that things like this almost always happen with. So,
right, little
Yeah.
imps in our technology.
mhm.
Yeah, just, you know, when you first kind of step into that next realm, sometimes you feel like you're losing it a little bit because it's new, and I always feel like, oh, this is it. This is the moment where they're going to finally commit me, because this strange, crazy thing is coming out of my head, and
Right.
you don't realize that in fact you're meant to progress to that next stage.
Yep.
Is that
Oh,
where
goodness, we're
is that where
frozen
like a
again.
chaos type factor comes in?
Okay. So Zoom is
Isn't chaos the
being interesting.
ending of the old?
Now looks like Sonia's muted
It
or
does.
stuck. We're stuck. Well, the energy is still testing out to be pretty good.
Mhm.
So I'm going to send her a little boost there.
Okay.
I think she got the idea. She had to restart.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it looks like we had to restart. Okay,
Okay.
were we there? Are we good?
Woohoo!
Yeah.
We are.
Okay,
are
I think
golden.
we're back. Sorry, everyone. See,
Well,
I'm
I
just going to
did
stop
see-
talking about going crazy, because this is what happens.
The chaos factor. It brings a whole fresh perspective.
Too much energy flowing. Yes, that's what Chris said.
Mhm.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, it's kind of one of those, as people progress, and those that are watching or listening, you know, coming into your own gifts, and everyone at different stages and having different experiences and have different guides and different histories. And when I talk about history, and I know Mary and Wendy will get this as well, when you your history doesn't mean necessarily your physical body on earth, your energetic history, the history of time that you've moved through, you know, talking about Lemuria and you know, intergalactic travel and different beings and different places and different planets and different levels of consciousness. And, you know, that travel has different, traveling through your lifetimes has a little bit more expanded meaning than just necessarily here on earth. You pick stuff up and bring it with you that you may or may not be aware of. So all used to help heal the world, for sure. I think everybody has the ability to do that, to participate.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
cool.
And I think if everybody did that every day, they would be able to open up and use what is their God-given talent. I think people just don't realize that it's just like playing an instrument. You're learning to play your system. And just have to keep going to figure out, because each person has their own skill, their own odd little skill, and not one person's like anybody else. So to be a Master Galactic Healer, I just call myself that because I work with the Galactics, and they are my family. So I understood a long time ago that everybody can be categorized, and it helped me to understand people a lot better. So when I have a reading or a healing with somebody, I find out, where did you come from? Are you Meta? Are you a god and goddess? Are you somewhere else, some other thing that I don't know? And every once in a while, it'll be something else. Then are you galactic? Did you come from the stars? Are you celestial? Are you an angel? Did you come from Earth or inner Earth? Or did you come from the elementals? And so once we figured out, so my heritage is galactic angel. I come from the seraphim. So those are my main peeps. I also have a family link of star and stone. So some of my beings are inner earth beings and stone beings, which is not surprising, as much as I love crystals and that kind of thing, which is also not surprising, Lemurian. And somewhere, you know, I mean, when the Holy One showed me that I was in Atlantis, I was viewing Atlantis as the whole 9 yards went down. So like, that's what I'm saying. I was probably a rock, but I don't know what I was, but, and it's cool to know who you are. And then you just kind of lay that aside, I feel, because I think a lot of things have to kind of go away right now for us to step into who we really are. Because if we keep thinking, you know, that we're, you know, the Queen of Sheba, that's not going to get us anywhere right now. We're in a
it's not going to help you in the moment.
Yes. So we're in this human body, as wonky as it is, we have to make friends with it. Because yes, would I like to be a galactic and be able to go boop, boop, boop and be someplace else? I can only do that in my mind at this point. You got this this heavy body around, you gotta learn to work with it.
Right.
And so that's why I say Master Galactic Healer, because those are the ones that are working with your higher self to cause this stuff to happen. I'm observing through my higher self. So I'm just your flashlight. It's not actually me.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
That's awesome. No, that's a great visual. And then so, talking about Lemurians and Arcturans, take us through some of those larger groups and sort of what makes them who they are. What are some of the key characteristics, unique identifiers if people were to encounter a Lemurian or an Arcturian or a Seraphim? What are they kind of looking for? Because, as you reflected, some people are encountering these beings or are part of that lineage and don't realize that that's what they're interacting with. They can't recognize it because they've never seen it before. What key things might they look for as they work through their own development?
Sure. And sometimes they're missing it because they are them. And so it just feels like them. you know what I mean?
It's just like home. Yeah,
it just feels like home. Well, when you're in the presence of angels, it feels that beautiful, smooth, loving energy just feels high. You feel high. Then when you're with the galactics, you're even higher and it gets cool. It's very cool, but you kind of feel angel-y, right? And then, you might have and one of my guides from the Shaw realm, this is my earth guide, stone guide, said people keep trying to clear them. They're not meant to be cleared. They feel the way they feel. It's heavy. People think, oh, it's heavy, you gotta go. Well, it's not, because it's them. And that came through my friend's reading on me one time. And I thought that makes so much sense. Everybody tries to clear what they can't understand. And sometimes it's totally fine to feel that way because they're trying to ground us. That's what's going on right now, is everybody's flibbering around because they're like, well, I got to do this and this and that, and, being in the fearful stuff and watching the TV and all that stuff. So we're not as grounded as maybe we need to be. So we just got to keep doing that. But the galactics feel specific, and it's really cool to be in a really, really, really big group and have the healer call in the races. It's really cool to do that. And the first time I ever saw a really big have that happen was at the Isetti Ranch with James Gilliland as the healer. And he said, okay, here comes these guys. And so you'd feel those guys, and he'd go, that's the Pleiadians, and here comes these guys, and these guys are the, and he says, sometimes people just say, I just see kneecaps walking past because they're so tall, and it really totally depends on who you are. So are you one that can feel? Can you hear? Can you see? Do you just know? Right. And then that's how you'll experience. But right now is a very body time. This is very heavy on the body. Your body is experiencing all kinds of weirdness because of the time we're in right now. So we're feeling like pressure on the head, pressure on the neck, headaches, face stuff. So when you have the luck to have the holy ones in front of you and you feel the release of all that stuff, it's so cool. You can feel them, clear you. You can feel them take stuff off. Or like my guy that came in the other day just kind of went boop, and he picked up something and chucked it. They're just so good. They're good. Like the Arcturians, best healers in the whole entire galaxy. The Syrians, that's where we got the, you can see blue light, and Pleiadians, sometimes you see blue light with Pleiadians and Syrians. So you're going to kind of figure out. And then there's there's so many of them. I mean, it's endless realms of people. And so it's just best to say, if you cannot hear, it's best to say, show me your heart. Right. So that you're not going to be in the presence of somebody passing through that has intent to tank you. It's not as much as it used to be, really. It's not as much, but you still will have people coming on in that, or beings coming on in that are lower than your vibe. So if you just run everything through your higher self and just simply make that statement, everybody I speak to that is a guide needs to speak to me through my higher self, and needs to show me their heart light and prove to me that they are of the highest intent and integrity, and that are ready to help. Otherwise, nope.
Yeah. And I agree. And I think, we kind of reflected a little bit before we got on the show that there are people that will work with different layers and different dimensions and different vibrations. And many people that will work with vibrations that are lower than theirs for one reason or another. And I don't, and it's a personal choice everybody kind of makes, is I I do kind of what you do is I say, you've got to be at my vibe or higher. If we're going to interact, I don't really work with beings that are at a lower vibration. I mean, I'll definitely work with people or spirits who have maybe had some sort of a traumatic experience that might have condensed them a little, you know, and kind of shocked the system, if that makes sense, which makes them a lower vibration, but that's not their set point, right? To kind of help them then get back to where they're supposed to be because they have good and pure intention. But I'm not going to work with those that are masking or have bad intention or who are trying to pretend to be something they're not because they have an ill intent. I don't do that with the lower vibrations, but a lot of people do because, you know, they want to help them in one way or another or move them along or, you know, whatever to get to kind of clear out for others. So yeah, it's cool because you kind of reflected on that same thing. At my vibe or up. It's usually a little safer because then you have that protection.
It is. And due to universal law, they have to show you who they are.
You have to. Yeah.
So, you know, if you understand universal law, and a lot of people don't, you must be able to say, show me your heart field or show me, are you behind a mask? You know, who are you?
Yeah.
And they will show you. And then you show no fear and you say, you know, I'm not interested in talking to you today.
Yeah.
Out, you know, kindly,
right.
I humbly tell you that you can leave in love and love and neutrality is what I usually say.
Right. Absolutely.
With the beautiful.
I think so many people. Yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah. I think so many people miss kind of the love aspect with some of these beings, the unconditional love and neutrality that you talk of, that no judgment. This is not what I do. These are my boundaries, right? This is my edge, you know, and, you know, I had a situation, I had a friend who's going through a lot of stuff. She had something attached to her and I didn't realize how bad the attachment was till she was staying with me. She was actually in the guest room taking a nap. And I happened to walk from the living room to the kitchen. And as I do that, I passed the hallway and her room was down at the end of that hall. And I saw this thing walk out of her room. And I stopped and I'm like, what are you doing here? You know, you're not welcome, because it was a lower vibrational being. You know, it wasn't even like I can't, you know, I was just like, what are you doing here? You're not allowed in here. And you know that. I have a barrier around my home. And like you said, universal law, you have to obey that. They're not allowed to. If I say you don't come in, you don't come in. And so I was like, how did you get in? What are you doing here? And he's like, I'm with her. And she was allowed in. I was like, oh, that's where I screwed up. Okay. Like, oh, I said, okay, well, noted. But when she leaves, you go with her. You cannot stay. Fair. You know, and then it's like, then I can work with her and you know, she can deal with the attachment. We can do that separately. But, you know, I was able to set that boundary to say, these kind of beings aren't allowed in my home and distort. I don't need to expand on it. You just aren't welcome. But because she was allowed in and he was attached to her, that's how he got in. And so then I could just say, well, you leave when she goes. Fair. And he had to go. So yeah, it's a lot of people don't realize you can set those boundaries. You know, so many people are scared in their own homes sometimes because they feel like there's something living there. Many times it's just fear of the unknown. It's not necessarily that it's meant to harm, but if it is something that's a lower vibration, it's like, then tell it to get out. I could have saved you a lot of time and money, and you don't have to watch a TV show for an hour with a commercial break and some guy with spiky hair to tell you that thing's bad. Tell him to get out. You know, like that easy. But yeah, it's a lot of people miss that. So it's great. Universal law.
Missed that episode. Well, yeah, I mean, so Dolores Cannon or Diana Cooper write about universal law, and it's out there to be read because it is the dead truth. And it's all I'm interested in, you know, how do you attract? What do you do with your vibration, you know? And James Gilliland, again, I'm going to say his name again. He's the one that's all about the beautiful many, because that's a great way of saying you're going to have to go home with those guys and then, you know, they'll sort you out.
Yeah. Yeah. How would you advise people to get in touch with their spirit guides if they've never had conversations with them before?
Well, you know, the way I did it would, I just learned to meditate a bunch. And eventually in meditation, I learned that the meditation will change and they'll visit you. And then once they began to start visiting me, I understood how to talk to them. Mm-hmm. And then I can channel now with my eyes open and I can see everybody. But it's a process. And I had to settle my brain down because I used to have a pretty busy brain back in the day. And so I had to learn how to just really make that be smooth so that the holy ones can come through. Because if you have the urge to speak to everybody, and back then I really did. I used to see everybody when I was more like 4D. I was seeing everybody on my sofa in my house. I mean, as soon as they passed away, they'd visit me, and it could be anybody. And I just got used to looking over there and seeing people, and I would write about it. I'd tell people, well, you know what? Today I saw, and it was odd. It really was, and that's not so much. That's not as much as it used to be. I think it's because I put that boundary into place, is that just go through my higher self. It's kind of like when you get, oh, I don't know. It just works smoother. It's not so hard. And then the other thing I put into place, because I watched my friend do a public mediumship, a platform mediumship, where there was lots and lots of people to read. She put in place to have a gatekeeper. So my dad's my gatekeeper. So he only allows in a couple deceased folks at a time. And that's very helpful, so that they don't swamp you, because they're so excited. They want to see their people, and we want to help. But we also want to survive the whole thing and don't feel like you don't want to feel tired at the end,
Right.
So my dad just lets people in, and he gets a kick out of that.
That's awesome. Yeah. And I think people are opening that is a key feature to remember, is you actually do have a choice. You don't have to be a completely 100% open channel. You've got to take care of yourself too. And you got to make sure you've got an energy reserve for yourself at the end of the day. And you're not completely depleted by interacting. I mean, in their defense, they're like, oh my gosh, you can see me, you can hear me. Great. Hey guys, she can see and hear us, and everybody comes running. Well, that's great for them, but maybe not for you. So, having a gatekeeper is a great idea, especially for people who are still kind of trying to figure out where those boundaries are for them, and how to, pace themselves and filter some of that. Because, great grandma Edna is great, but, do we really need to talk to great grandma Edna today? Does she have something to tell us, or is our time better spent doing something else?
Right. And great grandma Edna got to stay out of my body. You know what I mean? Don't come in there. Don't get in there now. So seriously, yes, boundaries are really important. They really are. And I think if people understand that things like hauntings and things like attachments and entities and all that kind of stuff is just a negotiation. And that when you figure out that, you as the human, you do have lots of rights. The right to be your own sovereign self without people coming up to your bed, standing there in the middle of the night. I don't want to do that. I got to go to sleep. So the deceased and the holy ones, they got to visit later on. They got to hang out in the laundry room or something until I wake up. Seriously, because
yeah,
you gotta.
There's stuff in your life that you need a little privacy for.
And it's true. So when you make that declaration, then you kind of also know in the back of your mind that there's 8,000 beings in your house at all times, right? There's every realm in your house right now. I'm probably sitting on, 6 elementals right now.
Right.
So my friend Melanie Long takes photos of what's out there, and you can see, if she just went like this, snap, 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 snap around in the room, you can see their faces. And they come and pose for her. It's really beautiful. So you can actually see all the holy ones. And within a person's eye, you can see your guides. Within a pet's eye, you can see you sometimes. And, the reasons why they're there and things that are going on in your life. It's really beautiful to be able to demonstrate that we're so not alone, and isn't it dumb to think that we might be?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Agreed. That's why I do a lot of the work I do with horses, because of that connection. And they're 1 foot in the spirit realm at all times. And so that just gives you a quick highway up there. So, they know, they're so empathically connected to humans that it's crazy how quickly they can call you out on your bullshit. They're amazing creatures. But yeah, there's some comments in here about, shielding. Chris mentioned shielding is the most important, especially for beginners. And, that's true. And I think as people learn and as they open and they realize that they're meant to help heal and help globally, galactically, we're all participating in this. I guess elevation is a word of the energy. We're all rising together. Hopefully we're all rising together.
Awakening,
and right. And as we do that, there's people will open to things that they've never been exposed to before. And as that occurs, they're going to need help and guidance and how to manage some of those new energies coming in. And so learning to shield is definitely a big step.
So more people are popping on and they say they can't find it on my page. I can't find it on my page either. So do you guys share out to Facebook?
It's on the Facebook Mystic Moon Cafe Radio. There's an event set up for this, and if they go to the event, they should see, or they might even just see it on
the actually the main page.
Main page.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can't go to Mystic Moon. You can't make it show up on my page.
It was shared to your page. I thought I saw it on there. Let me go back to your page.
Yeah,
they might have to come here. I don't know why, but they might have to come here to watch it.
You know what? It's on there now. Come on, everybody.
Facebook is being difficult the last week or two.
I don't know if they're going to see all the comments from your page. They might have to click on the Mystic Moon Cafe Radio at the bottom of the video on your page, Mary, but so they can comment. But
okay, cool. That's
that'll take them straight to the live feed and all the comments.
Awesome.
Yeah, and there were some. I'm trying to look to see if I can see them all, and I don't know if you can, Wendy, but there are a few people asking for some healing.
There were
a couple questions. Yeah. There's some great comments. I was going to see if I can get to all of them. I'm having some trouble opening all of them.
Would it help if I signed on as me on here, and you could stay Mystic Moon?
Yeah, let's see.
I don't know.
I want to be Mystic Moon.
Okay.
No, you don't want me.
You are.
Yeah, you don't want me fiddling around with anything.
Let me switch to me and see if I can get in there. Don't you just love the technology here? Let me see if I can see all of them.
Okay, no, you didn't see.
No,
I'm not a medium or psychic. I don't, I don't see dead people. Sometimes in my dreams they'll come to me if like grandma has a message or wants to say hey. I do believe that my pets who have passed on are guides and guardians because they're here and I can feel them quite often.
Oh, sure.
I travel to a lot of different houses to pet sit, and I haven't encountered much of any negativity or anything. Recently there was a 125-year-old house, and I could feel something there, and it wasn't scary, but it wasn't natural either. It kind of had the hair on my forearm sticking up a little bit, and but I took my boy Augie along with us to take care of the puppy, and it disappeared. Last night it was just me and the puppy, and all funky energy gone. So either we got accepted or I just was able to put a stronger barrier around myself, perhaps.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just wanted to throw that in for some reason.
Well, and I think so many people are open, and like you keep saying, well, I'm not this, I'm not this. Well, maybe you are. Maybe you are. And you're just,
I'm definitely intuitive, but maybe I just have blinders on. I don't want to see the dead people, so
then you won't. And that's the beauty of it. Yeah, that's the beauty of it, actually, is if you're like, I don't want to see that. Your guides won't show it to you.
Right.
You won't see it. I don't want to see that. Okay, it's gone. I had that experience as a child. I had a very traumatic experience as a child because I was open, because I didn't know any different. I just thought everybody saw the weird creatures walking around. And I had a crazy premonition experience that just, was very traumatic for me as a child, just not having any guidance or understanding. And I said, take it away. I don't want any part of this. This is crazy. It's scary and I can't do anything about it. And I don't understand why I can see this stuff and nobody else can. I don't want it. And gone, shut it down. You know, it took years later before I was finally mature enough and old enough to go back into it and be like, okay, let's baby steps. I'm ready now to open, but I want to open in stages and in steps. It's not just flood me with this stuff like when I was younger. And so, yeah, you have a choice. You know, you definitely have a choice if you don't want to participate. For sure.
I like just knowing stuff, you know. Oh, hey, how did I know that? I don't know, but it's all the better.
Yeah. It's always helpful when you know where your car keys are and where the good parking spots are.
You know, they're always
For sure.
absent at that point.
Well, we definitely have some people that wanted healing. I'm having a hard time finding those comments. I apologize to everyone listening in.
Okay. Put them back in there, guys, and maybe put them in all caps if you can.
Yeah. If you had requested it earlier, I saw you scroll by. I thought I could come back to it, and it appears that I cannot. It's probably operator error at this point. So by all means, please comment again. Diana said she feels the coolness when she's channeling now. Is that the galactic realm? Do you have any thoughts on that?
Certainly could be. They make me feel very, very cool, especially if you go up past the matrix and you go way up there, you will feel very cold. And to me, it's beautiful. I love feeling that. So Wendy, have you ever felt really great when you go outside?
Me?
Feel good going outside. Okay, do you like pets and little kids?
Yes.
Okay. Does stuff in your house sometimes disappear?
Oh, yes, yeah.
I think you are an elemental. I think your guides are messing with you.
Most likely.
So just say, okay, elemental guides, I'm paying attention now. They want you to pay attention. Because everybody's intuitive. If you work hard, you become psychic. Okay. And you're also feeling, because you're a clair feeler. I can't remember that one. Claire, whatever that is.
Claire sentient or
something like it, whatever the clair feeler is. That's what my friend calls it.
Like touch? Or
it's where you know what you know.
Oh, right.
Cognizant, clairvoyant,
yeah, somebody will pop on and say which Claire that is, but you're an elemental, so tell your guides that you love them and that you're going to talk to them more, and they'll quit hiding your stuff.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that's I just figured I was getting senility.
No.
Diabetic dementia kicking in.
Yeah. No, when they really want your brain to slow down and pay attention, they'll mess with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
My brain slowing down is sometimes a true test of my anti-anxiety medications. Yeah.
So Christy Allen said she would love an energetic healing and physical healing.
Oh, okay. So do you want me to do single ones then first?
Up to you. Do we want to do group healing first?
Yeah, we can do group healing. Let's do group healing really quick.
Let's do a group.
And that
Everybody
way, and then what that'll do is I've got her written down. If we do a group healing, we will kind of temper the energy, bring it up, and then we'll be able to say, okay, a few people are this or that. We'll clear it and we'll get you to a spot, and then we'll do individuals. Is that cool with you guys?
Okay. Awesome.
All right. So everybody close your eyes. Take your hands and feet apart. Everybody that I can't see, I know you're out there. We call in Creator God. We call in our guides and guardians, our teams of light, our higher self. Holy ones, we ask for the highest vibration to clear the container today. We've done this once. We'll do it again. Holy ones, we call in the golden column of light from the great galactic suns through our portal sun into the earth. Everybody now out loud, wherever you are in radio land here, podcast land, please to say, I call into unity.
I call into unity.
My body, mind, and spirit.
My body, mind, and spirit.
I ground into.
I ground
into.
12th dimensional new earth.
12th dimensional new earth.
I rise into.
I rise into.
The highest frequency I can attain tonight.
The highest frequency I can attain tonight.
Easily. Holy guides of everybody, I welcome you and I thank you through my higher self. Holy ones, I thank those of my guidance team that are here with me now. I see many of the holy ones that I work with regularly. And then I ask most humbly to understand the very basic of the reading of most everybody. If you add everybody's energy together, it's trauma. So trauma is easiest cleared by going back to young childhood. So I'm going to ask you all to say something out loud. And I have my info right here. I'm just going to ask you to repeat 3 sentences. Sorry, I have it in a big list. Okay, here we go. This is just soul retrieval and inner child work. Okay, everybody, I'd like you to close your eyes and call in your 2-year-old self and see your beautiful self standing in front of you. Just do your best. Remember a picture or just intend. Please to say out loud, my inner child.
My inner child.
I invite you.
I invite you
To come back together with my higher self.
to come back together with my higher self.
I invite all inner children
I invite all inner children
that I've ever been
that I've ever been
into this healing.
into this healing.
And I call back the pieces of my soul
And I call back the pieces of my soul
from any lifetime I've ever lived.
from any lifetime I've ever lived.
Okay, now I can only see you guys, but did you feel that emotionally or did you feel it in your body in some way?
A little lightheaded.
Okay, so go ahead and say, I call into unity. Are your eyeballs open?
Mine?
Yes,
Nothing more.
close your eyeballs. That's why you're dizzy, my dude. Say
No,
out
it's been a
loud.
day. It's been a day.
Oh my goodness. Say out loud, I call into unity,
I call into unity.
my body, mind, and spirit.
My body, mind, and spirit.
Okay, and just hang with me shut-eyed for just a minute.
Mhm.
Okay, so now when I look at the connection with everybody, you guys are open and in the flow. And what they want me to do is they want me to do a couple codes. And what I would love to do for everybody is give everybody the abundance code tonight, which is really cool. I've had so many people call me and say, I got this, I got that, I got abundance. I even got abundance today myself, which was really cool. I got $45 the other day altogether. I mean, that's a lot of Chihuahua food, $45, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm going to see what the holy ones want me to do for everybody. We're just probably going to do a few codes and then we'll do the abundance code and then we'll take people singly if that's okay. And holy ones, is that what you want to do? Yes, they do. Okay, so abundance code between 1 and 5, 5 and 10, 10 and 15. Okay, so 10 and 15, is it 10? Is it 11? Is it 12? Okay, so we're going to send this one, which is release grief. A lot of people are feeling grief right now. We've had losses across the world. Okay, so we're gonna send that, and you should feel it in your body. So here it comes now. Holy ones, we're ready. Okay, very good. Were you able to feel that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I have a lot of help tonight, so it makes it go like crazy. And the more people you have, of course, it just works even better. So going ahead and looking at how the energy is. Now the energy is strong and fast, so you guys are clearing out. Is there one more code? Yep. Is there just one more code? Yep. Okay, and is it 1 to 5, 5 to 10, 10 to 15, 15 to 20, 20 to 30, the last 3? If it's the last 3, is it 30, 31, 32? Okay, so this one's called boost, ease, and not debt. So we have to actually be standing in our own sovereignness, ease, and not debt. So what we're doing right now is, as a group, meaning all the humans, we're figuring out what we're going to do and what we're not going to do. And since 2019, we are supposed to be doing what we are supposed to be doing and not what people tell us to do. You see what I'm saying? We need to be sovereign. A lot of people stole that word. That was my word. I'm going to go down in history right now to say that's my doggone word. And it doesn't mean I align with anybody but me. That's my word. Okay, here we go. We're going to do boost, ease, not debt. Here we go. Well done. Now we're going to do abundance. This is the code that works really well. Okay, holy ones, I am ready. Okay, now, can you say you felt it?
Mhm.
I think so.
Okay, very good. All right, so please to look down at your feet and notice that all around you is bright, bright, bright light, that you're standing on nothing but crystal quartz, nice rose quartz. Go ahead and walk back to your seat in your mind, flex your hands and feet, and open your eyes. Open your eyes now. Does anybody feel dizzy? Feel dizzy, Sonia?
Now I'm good.
You're good. Okay, if
I'm
anybody,
buzzy, but I'm not dizzy.
you what?
I'm buzzy, but I'm not dizzy.
Buzzy,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
I've
if
got
anybody feels,
that
anybody,
high.
okay, if anybody feels dizzy, say, I call into unity, my body, mind, and spirit. That's all you got to do. That brings your soul back in your body. Your body just went, oh, it's scary, whoop. Not your whole soul, that little piece, but you feel it. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to lose your whole thing. But you will go boop if it gets to be weird, or we're into a territory where we're talking about something that bothers you quite a bit. So maybe you heard me say something tonight that makes you think, oh my gosh, you'll boop out. It's a thing. Okay, so now let's look at Miss Christy. Okay, so Christy, can I see Christy? Wow, you're holding your energy pretty well, dear. Very well. So I'm going to close my eyes and I'm going to call in your guide. So Holy Ones, can I see what's going on with Christy? Okay, so Christy, if you would, close your eyes, take your hands and feet apart, and imagine that you are going to break up a piece of crime tape. You know, that yellow tape that gets put around an accident. See it stretched out in front of you. Break it up. Please let it go. So that is thoughts. You're having a lot of thoughts, okay? And we're going to clear that with a code. And here we go. Keep your eyes closed. Here we go to Christy. Okay, very good. And then we're going to go up to 0. Does Christy have an issue in 0.1, 2, 3? So this is a body thing. So you're having a body thing. I don't know what it is. I might know. Just a minute. Let's do this. Okay, Archangel Gabriel, I do the deed here, Archangel Gabriel. Thank you, Holy One. Okay, very good. All right, now if you can type for Sonia and tell her how you feel, because your energy now is high and fast. So that was a body thingy. And everybody knows in healing that no matter how great the energy being sent is, if you're not ready to heal, or your timing is off, or for one reason or another, you're resistant, it doesn't really happen as well. Maybe it doesn't happen at all. So anybody out there, just be open to this stuff so we can clear. Even just say, I'm open. I'm ready. Let's do it. Okay, is there anything else for Christy? I don't know whose golden retriever I keep seeing, but I'm seeing a deceased golden retriever. I don't know whose dog that is. Just letting you know. Also, is this Christy? No, there's somebody in the group that is towing a lot of people behind them. These people deceased. Okay, so somebody is towing a bunch of deceased people. So whoever that is out there, you would feel not clear in your mind. You'd feel really heavy, like you're sludging through molasses, maybe not sleeping. Okay, so whoever that is, I call forth the beings behind the human. Beings, you are deceased. I open the portal with the crossing angels. I open the rainbow bridge. Very good. Holy Ones, thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, anybody a mile around me, anybody a mile around that individual. So I don't know who this is, it's somebody, okay? Anybody that is deceased, Holy Ones, we welcome you and we thank you so much. And we ask you, please, lay down your burden, cross the bridge. Go across the bridge with the golden retriever, my orange cat, somebody's black and white cat, and a little black and white fluffy dog. A horse that is brown with a light color mane. I see that horse a lot, so I don't know if that's just somebody who comes with me. I don't have a horse and never did, unless it might have been a past life. But I do see that horse, so I don't know if it's your horse, my horse. I don't know. Go with the crossing angels, Holy Ones. Let your burden down. Go over now and go now. Holy Ones, we thank you. The portal closes at pace, as does the bridge. Thank you. Now, the individual that was being held onto by those deceased, we bring in the light, the pink light. We bring in the angels, holy ones. We bring in the clearing. And clear now, holy ones. Thank you. Okay, so I don't know if that rings anybody's bell, but that is now clear on that person. Okay, very good. Could anybody feel the holy ones cross, the deceased cross? Could you feel the deceased cross? Sonia? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And whoever that is, their energy now is great. So once you lovingly and most humbly assist people to cross, the person that they're hanging on feels a lot better. They're just there for love. They're just us. They're just us. We're going to be deceased one of those.
Their turn. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So Kelly Herbert and Linda Herbert, I saw, requested some healing.
Okay. All right. So I clear everybody that I've been clearing tonight. I clear Christy. I clear whoever that was that had the deceased. Okay. So Kelly and Linda are friends of mine, family. So let me look at Kelly really quick. So Kelly, you're thinking a lot, but she just came off a podcast, so her brain was in thinking mode. So let's see if we can assist. Pardon me. So calling in Kelly's guides and beings of light, beloved deceased ancestors, teams of light, councils, holy ones, everybody, calling everybody in. And Linda and I share a lot of the same angels and beings. So we're calling everybody in. So Kelly and Linda, go down to the ocean, please. Walk side by side. See yourself walking on a nice light blue path, like blue lace agate path. It's beautiful. Awesome. Okay. And then may I see Linda? Linda's thinking too. You guys, it's late where you are. No thinking now. Okay. So what I'd like you to do is stop along that path. I just look down at your feet, please, bare feet. Anybody can do this with Linda and Kelly. You're walking down towards the ocean, sea plants and sand and a vast ocean as far as you can see. We're going to go down to that ocean. We're going to go down to the ocean that Sonia and I were, where we were looking for coffee that time. There we are.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Going to go to that beach. Okay. And you're going to stand down there on that beautiful blue path. Okay, and then both of you guys imagine that you have your control rope going out in the water. Please to let that go. Let it go. Let it go. Thank you so much. Okay, now make sure that your energy bubble is not touching one another. So Linda, take a step, 10 steps to the right, and Kelly, take a step, 10 steps to the left, so that I can see water through your energy field. And I can. Very good. So let's look at you. So Kelly, you're coming right around. You guys were hooked up, and Mom, you're coming right around too. So you guys were hooked up. I hope that makes sense to you guys. And then it's like, Kelly, you are holding on to something. I would like you to let that go. Open up your right hand and let it go. And Linda, open up your left hand and let it go. We're just going to dissolve that. We're no need to speak it into being. Okay, now, does any of these beautiful people, either one, have anything hanging on them? Something I cannot see. Okay, all right, step back, attend. Look at me. You need to pass now with, I request now, humbly, I command it. Go back with the beautiful beings of light. Go now in peace and ease and neutrality. Off, 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 and go. Kisa. Okay, well done. All right, let's look at you. Okay, so Mom, and now we're going to look at Kelly and Kelly. Okay, you guys look pretty dang good. Okay, sending you all the codes now, Holy One. Can I send them all? Okay, so sending all the codes. We're just going to do it again because you guys were blasted there. Sending now. Okay, God bless you guys. Love you. See how you feel. Let us know. Okay, somebody's guide wants to speak. Okay, hold on. And so there's one other, so one person has something still there. Okay, now, okay, step back and attend, release and release. Go with the beautiful many now. I command it. Go in ease, peace, and neutrality. Go now. Okay, so is anybody in that home attached? Are they clear? And clear, clear, clear. And then clear as far as nothing is, I'm not, you're cloaked or something. No, you better not be. Okay, are we clear? Yes, we're clear. We're clear. All good. All good. All clear.
Kelly says she feels so much better.
Awesome. You guys just
And
picked
your
up.
list, your list is growing. Your fan club is growing here. Oh my goodness. I love it.
Awesome. So you just got slimed a little bit. All good now.
Mhm.
Those guys are healers, man. They are good at what they do, and love them. So just shout out to those guys. We all got to help each other. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Melanie Long was the next one requesting some healing.
All right. That's a friend of mine. Miss Melanie, she's the one who takes those pictures. You guys should have her on explain those pictures.
Have her on the show. Okay.
That's what I'm
let's
saying.
do it.
You
We gotta
should.
get her on here.
Okay, so clearing, Kelly and Mom, 100%. Thank you, holy ones. I release their energy most humbly, their guides and mine. And I call in now to understand where Melanie's at. Melanie, your energy does not look bad. Maybe you can say how you feel. Either tell Sonia or me how you feel. You're not looking bad at all. Let me see if I can get some information for you. You have your angel wings fully extended, but you got something on your back. There is actually a person. So the fact that your mental energy looks so good and emotional energy, which is the first thing I always look at, when you have that on your back like that, you are a strong person. So I ask you, please take the backpack off now. And I hope nobody minds the clicking. If anybody minds my clicking with my fingers, just tell me. That's one way I clear. So take it off around your waist, 1, and over your back, 1. Release that, okay? And now say, go on without me. Now take a couple steps closer. So go out in your yard, in your mind, please. Go out in your backyard and just go out there. You're leaving that individual in the house, okay? And you're going to go out in the yard. So the individual I'm now talking to, I'm asking their guidance to take them, please, to assist. Okay, very good. Now, the other thing is you are, you're pulling somebody behind you. This is a young female. Without saying who these people are, you know who these people are that was on your back, please? I know you know. Okay, the person you're pulling behind you, stop. Let them go. They need to stand up on their own. Release that cord that you're pulling behind you and say, go on without me. Okay. And the thing is all of us need to clear from the collective right now because people are having difficulties. It's just a hard time right now. We're going through a corridor that's really hard. So your energy's looking good, Melanie. Can you say you feel better? I just want to teach everybody a real quick taking away of collect, when you get hooked up with the collective. So if everybody can imagine that, just imagine that I was covered with playing cards from the top of my body all the way around my whole entire body with playing cards. And the playing cards have people's faces on them. These are people you're attached to. So just imagine you're in a wind tunnel and all of these cards are blowing off you till there's nothing there. Till you look slick and juicy, there's nothing on you, nobody's faces, all done, all clear. Because you need to release from the collective, many people do. So something like that, do that every day. I used to do a different one, but this is better. This is better. This is today's clearing from the collective. Okay.
Melanie says she feels better, so that's great.
It's a miracle.
Miracle. Diana Ziegler requested as well.
Healing?
Yeah.
Okay. I released Melanie, her guides, 500 million thousand of them, and mine. Okay, now we're on to Diana. Diana. Okay, Diana, you are fluffy overthinking. So fluffy overthinking means you're holding on to something. You're connected in with something that you're thinking about. So this could just be how your brain's running, but it's not as smooth as if you were in the flow. So they're asking me to do a code with you. So go ahead and close your eyes and take your hands and feet apart if you would, and we're going to find the code. Okay. So let me just look at you real quick. So I see nothing but pink light around you. So rose quartz color, if you can bring that in your field, please. Okay. And so they want you to let go of a bar, you know, like a dancer, B-A-R-R-E, that kind of a bar. Or just imagine you're holding on to a pole. Okay. So now disconnect, 1, 2, disconnect, take your hands off. Okay. Very good. Now you're blue. Okay. You want to be blue, like light blue, please, for a minute. Just turn your field blue. She's a healer. We can go really fast. No problem. So blue, please. Okay. And then what we want to do is bring in the code that the Holy Ones wish, whoever your gigantic angel that I can just see right here that wants the code. Holy One, thank you. Okay. So Holy One is at 1 through 5, or that could even be you, Diana. I don't know. Maybe it's your higher self talking to me, but I forget what you are, if you're angel or what you are. But at any rate, there's an angel talking to me. So 1 through 5, 5 through 10, 10 through 15, 15 through 20. So 15 through 20 is at 15, 16, 17, 18. So it's 18. Okay, so Diana, the thing of it is it's release control. That's what that bar is. It's what I love about these codes is you can be an overthinker and you can't mess these codes up. You just can't. You can't. You just walk up and say, what do I need? And they take you right to it. It's just the coolest thing. They know that I need something real easy, real easy. So what we're going to do here is we're going to release control. So here we go. So just feel it fall through you. Number 18, release control. Very good. That's also fight or flight. So fight or flight is kind of what makes control in the first place, right? You have a trauma, you get fight or flighty, you take control because you think you need to. It's really an illusion. Okay, let me look at your energy. Oh, your energy looks a lot better. Can you say if you feel better, hon? So Angel, does she need, okay, you need something else? There's another code. Okay, 1 through 5, 5 through 10, 10 through 15, 15 through 20, 15, 16, 17. So 17 is the word begin. Now feel begin fall through you. Holy One, can you show me which one is begin? Okay, is that right there? Okay, can you show me when Diana gets that? Begin, 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 begin. Okay, you're good. You got it? Okay, and are you feeling better, my dear? Your energy is a lot better. You've also got ones. You've got something new happening. You got some new stuff. And make sure you look around for anything you're towing around from the past behind you. You've got a tow on your back, okay? So clear off that rope around your waist there, clear. Let it all disappear behind you. You're done. You've also got some healing, a little bit of healing to do, a little bit of body healing to do. We're going to go up to 0 point. Is it 1? Is it 2? Is it 3? Archangel Gabriel, I am ready. Okay, very good. Tell us how you feel, my dear.
She says she feels much better.
Oh, good. Isn't that awesome? Awesome.
Love it.
Okay, so I cleared Diana, her guides and beings of light.
Love it. Miss Annie requested healing as well.
Who is it?
Annie? I didn't get her
Annie.
last name. It was
Okay, Annie, I don't know Annie. Okay, so I ask Annie's energy to approach. Annie, your energy is still. That means there's no movement. So something's going on where you are like really stuck, meaning you're like this. This is, you're holding on to something. Okay, so that's being resistant. There's a lot of resistance going on. I had to go through that the other day myself. It can be stuff like perfectionism. It can be just being stuck. And so you're right on the money to do it right now, because the Holy Ones are going to put forth all kinds of crazy crap for you to figure out right now, because right now is the time to do it. Seriously. So resistance, perfectionism, what else could it be? I hope, you know, what's that?
Sciatica.
Okay, that's a different thing. I'll work on that in a minute for you. I have that, it hurts. Okay, so what we want to do then is we want to go to Annie and find out what to do. So Annie, please close your eyes, hands and feet apart. And I'd like you to see nothing but blue light all around you. We're having a lot of help from the angelic realm tonight. I'd like you to see a path. It's actually grass. So your little feet, your little bare feet are walking on grass. Just run on down to this beautiful round pond. It's very round. It's a man-made pond, very deep. And you run right up and you'll look in it. We're going to clear you from that first, absolute first. And I'm assuming you said, I call into unity my body, mind, and spirit. If you did not say that now, I call into unity my body, mind, and spirit. Now say I ground into 12D new earth. Okay, that's actually a little better. You're also ungrounded. You're pretty ungrounded. Okay, so we're going to do the one I see right now, if I can find it. Okay, here it is. Now this is called release, 13 release. Here we go. We're going to push it through your body. Now, Annie, say out loud, I command my crown chakra to come right back to the perfect openness for me. No more than I need. I get all my understanding, everything I need, and nothing more. Okay, very good. Your crown chakra is like way open. Okay. And let me read your energy now real quick. Okay, and then can I understand? Okay, so you have something to release. So you would be feeling funky in the head, maybe not sleeping, just not feeling well. Attend, release, 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 step back and look at me. I command now that you go with the beautiful many, and here they come. I command that you go in peace and ease, neutrality, Kisa. Take everything with you. And everything else. And anybody else. And the rest. Done, all done, done. Come on. Well done. Okay, so Kisa, everybody gone? Okay, and is this person meta, other, galactic, celestial? Okay, you're galactic. You're kind of a taxi like I am. You had a body full of friends. That's all I can say. So you don't need to be a taxi. People are taxis when you're galactic a lot of times, because I know my personality. I'm like, everybody get in, we're going to Earth, woo! And then you get to a point where it's not okay for everybody to be in there and they need to go. If that makes any sense to you, could you please say? And you're flowing open 100%.
Yeah.
Does that make sense to her?
Yep. At least her husband.
What's that?
She's either speaking to her husband, Chris, or he's typing
on his
for
login.
her.
Yeah, in his login. Yeah.
Okay, but it's all good. Is it all good?
It's
All good.
Yep.
All good.
Okay, so are you Annie's guide? Okay, and may I see a heart field? Okay, and are you a galactic guide? Yes. And do you have a message? Okay, and so is she doing that? Okay, your guide wants to talk to you. He is knocking at the door and you're not picking up the phone at all. So that means busy brain, you can't hear them. So unbusy your brain with lovely mediumship, not mediumship, lovely meditation. So it would be like Steve Nobel or Tim Wilde or somebody like that has a beautiful voice that can take you on a beautiful ride till you could relax a little bit, and then you'll hear from your guidance, if that makes sense. There's too much going on. But you'll feel a lot better when all the taxi riders are not in there. So I clear Annie, her guides and mine. Thank you. Okay.
Awesome. Okay. We got a long list. You're a popular lady. Helma Gump.
Oh, we love Helma. She's a healer too. Okay.
Oh,
so Helma, I ask that your energy might come forward, and I ask please for you to keep your hands and feet apart and close your eyes. So when I look at you, you're also thinking quite a bit. You're also knowing that you shouldn't be holding on to something, but you are. It's like you're holding on to it, and you're like, oh, I'm not supposed to do that. I know I feel better when I don't. And then you go, ooh. So what that means is you try to control. That comes up for a lot of us, that we know we're not supposed to do that. I walked right into that the other day with perfectionism, because I found out something wasn't going to happen when, by golly, I thought it needed to happen right then. And I've been married to my husband for 6 years. We've never had a fight. And we had a fight. We went toe to toe about that perfectionism, by golly. But now we're back to laughing and having a great time. It only lasted about 12 hours. Okay, so we're going to look at Helma, and I call in her beautiful guides, please. And Holy Ones, what can I do to assist? So Helma, please to be standing by the ocean with your feet in the sand. And see how beautiful, this is Pacific Northwest Ocean. And pleased to see kind of an overcast day, kind of a churny ocean. It's just the kind of day I like down there. Just really feel your feet in the sand. Just feels really good. It's nice and cool down there. Okay. And I'd like you to cut that piece of crime tape, please. Just take your hands and cut it apart and feel them just kind of fly away each side into the wind. You're nice and free. You've got a little like a fence that I'm seeing on your left side. So please intend on 3 that the fence that's made of brick falls down. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so is that the earth I'm looking at? So Helma, I cannot remember if you are an earth worker, grid holder, gatekeeper, something like that. I can't remember if you are, but you're showing me on your body how earth is looking right now. So what earth is looking like to me is I can't see the beautiful colors because we're right now in what I'd call like a little stormy situation in the energy for the next month or so. And so what it looks like is it just looks like clouds kind of in this, what is that? Like in a spiral. So I can't see earth at all. So I know we're right in the middle of it. This is why people are kind of having some hard times, but you're clued into earth, if I remember. So I would like you to imagine that you are holding a beach ball, which is actually earth, as you sit on the beach, and we're going to clear what's attached to you, attaching you to it. So this is like a really big understanding of clearing of the collective, really big. So she's some kind of good grid worker or something. I just can't remember how. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take the chains off your right hand and off your left hand, and you're just going to push the earth out into the water to clear off. It's just going to feel so good. Clear around your waist and clear 100%. And is she? Well done. Well done. Okay, and now please imagine you're standing down in the sand. You've got all those pictures applied over your body. Start at your head and just feel them falling off in the wind. Woo, it's going down your head and down your torso and off your hands and down your legs and down your feet. Woo, you're clear. Awesome. Well done. Okay, Kisa, I ask, is that supposed to be there? Is that supposed to be there? Okay, so I clear that. By any means, was that there for? Okay, so I clear that and send it back with the beautiful many. I command it now in peace and ease. Now, Helma, see that you're standing in that golden column of light. You've got a big smiling face above you. So I think that's Archangel Metatron. So just feel that beautiful adjustment coming on into your field. Body, mind, spirit, matter, clear. Okay, and then may I see her energy? Okay, you should feel better. Does she have one more thing, Holy One? So keep yourself in that column of light. Archangel Metatron says that golden column of light comes from the great galactic suns. So see through it. It's like when I really want to have something happen, I put it in front of my eyes and then I get used to looking through it. So do that. See that column of light for a few days till you clear, clear, clear. And hopefully you feel better. Did she say she felt better?
Haven't heard back yet. Waiting for her to comment.
Okay, dear.
I would imagine so.
We release Helma, her guides and mine on that. Holy Ones, thank you. Okay.
Awesome. Okay, next. If you're up for it, let me know when to stop.
No, I'm
you're good. Okay, Eddie, I want to say Pecan. Apologies if I mispronounced it. Picon. Eddie.
It's Edie.
Edie. Sorry,
Edie.
See,
Yeah.
I knew I was going to mess it up.
That's okay. That's
Edie.
a friend. Edie.
Okay.
Thank you, Edie, for coming. Okay, so let us now look at Edie, and am I clear? Okay, so let's look at Edie. Okay, so Edie, that you are really thinking, my friend. Your energy's in overthinking. It's actually you're blaming yourself for something you're thinking. So you might know you're overthinking and blaming yourself for overthinking, but not able to stop overthinking, I think. Okay, so calling in Edie's lovely beings. Okay, so you are St. Francis of Assisi for one. Okay, so St. Francis. So Edie, imagine that you are kneeling and he is touching the back of your head. So please to feel this, Edie. Now yourself, your whole countenance, all of you is rising up and growing. Please to just feel this with your eyes closed, hands and feet apart. So feel yourself getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and now about 3 times as big. And feel that diamond light coming on in, and feel that column of golden light around you, and feel all those angels and master guides coming in for just you. Looking now at what I'm thinking is your, I think that's your timeline. Is that Edie's timeline? Okay, so here's the deal. This is totally up to you. And I'm gonna go to your higher self to get an okay on this. I think it's time to let me look at the bottom of your timeline and see if you're ready to maybe ask for a new timeline. So maybe you know what we should do. I'd rather talk to you about this. This is a big deal. I don't want to do this if you don't want to do it, but you're ready to clear your timeline and go ahead and start again. This is really great. It's been happening here and there, and let's just ask. So St. Francis, is that what I should do? Okay, that is. So if you're cool, Edie, get a hold of me later and we will do that. So now just feel that energy, please. And I'd like you to make sure that your hands are apart in your vision of yourself down there with the holy ones. And I'd like you to see that what's in front of you is a fence. It's an old fence. It's a kind of a fence. It's like barbed wire and lumber. I don't know what it is, but that's what it is. You've got your hand on it. You know you're not supposed to be putting your hand on it, but it's in front of you. I want you to intend to knock it down on 3. 1, 2, 3, it's gone. Now you've got your nose on a big rock in front of you. This is called release, release. Now release, and now release. You're forward thinking, so don't be thinking in the future. Doesn't do any good. There's something about a past life there that you've called in that's future thinking that's kind of driving you nuts. So can we clear the past life? They tell me you can do it on your timeline. Okay, so let's look at you now. Okay, you should be feeling better. So go ahead and please now look down at your feet and see that they are bare. See that you still now are back in your body. You're the correct size. Go ahead and thank St. Francis of Assisi. St. Francis, I thank you. Go ahead and open your eyes and tell us how you're doing, hon. But get with me about the timeline thing. I don't want to do that without hearing you and talking to you. That's not good.
Yeah.
So
And Tacoma did get back to us. She feels a lot better.
Oh, good. All good. All good.
And we'll hear from Edie here in a moment, I'm sure. Awesome. After Edie was Jessica Cunningham.
Okay. Did anybody figure out whose golden retriever that was?
There was someone who commented they thought it was the Friends, and then I missed it. It flew by me.
Okay.
But there was someone that thought they recognized it.
Okay.
Edie said she's very emotional and she will call you.
Okay, good. I thought that would happen. Yes. And so
Yeah.
we need to talk. I hope you feel better, Edie, right now. You can text me if you want, my dear. We'll figure out a time to chat. Okay. Because I don't like to do timeline-y things without somebody saying it. You know what I mean? Because maybe they feel as though they haven't completed everything. There could be reasons, we don't want to just diddle around in people's stuff without them saying, yeah. Okay, so looking at Jessica, please. So Holy Ones, I release Edie, her guides, and mine. Thank you so much. Coming back now, 100%. Can you show me? Can we clear 100% now? Okay, so looking at Jessica Cunningham. Wow, she's thinking. Okay, a lot of thinking going on. And the thing is you're thinking and considering, because I see you're holding onto a big plate and you're going like this. You're moving the plate around. It's like you're really, the next move, it's like almost like looking at one of those maps, you know, like a map you used to get at a gas station, you pull it out and then you get really lost. You're me. So you're just overthinking. So calling in Jessica's guides, holy ones. Jessica, close your eyes, take your hands and feet apart. So that is okay, so may I see her energy now? Okay, so is that behind the overthinking? So Jessica, I don't know if you were here in the beginning, but I'd like you to say a couple things. Hold on just a minute. Okay, what I'd like you to say, dear, is imagine that you are about 2 or 3 years old and see yourself standing in front of yourself, okay, as a little kid. Keeping your eyes closed, say out loud, my inner child. I invite you to come back together with my higher self. I invite all inner children that I've ever been into this healing. And I call back the pieces of my soul from any lifetime that I have ever lived. Okay, now just keep your eyes closed. Age 2, age 3, age 4, age 5, age 6. See yourself at age 6, please. I'd like you to say, you are safe. I love you. Come back to me. Age 7, age 8, age 9, age 10, age 11, age 12. See yourself at age 12. I'd like you to say, open your eyes. I love you. Come back to me. Okay, now, please to keep your eyes closed. You may feel a spin. Okay, so you are being held by your guides now. Feel that energy coming in. And please say, my crown chakra, I command that I only receive what I need and nothing else. Now take the belt off around your waist. Let everything fall off of you. It's not time to do more than anybody else around you. Take care of people more than they need to be cared for. It's now time to come into your own. Okay. Okay, now I'm looking at you now. You're looking a lot better. Can you say if you feel better? Does she need anything else, everybody? Higher self? Okay, tell me if you feel better, hon.
She said she was there, so I'm just waiting to see if she pops up on the comments. Vicky came in, she said she thinks the retriever and the horse for hers, and her retriever's name was Angel.
Which Vicky?
Dunn Millie Ross.
Awesome. Okay, I wondered.
And Jessica said she feels much better.
Awesome. Very good, Jessica. I release you, your guides and mine, holy ones. We come back to 100%. Very good. Cool.
Yay. Now, someone that I know you're not familiar with at all, Mr. Seth Michael, has requested.
Oh,
I know he just
Seth.
thanks you.
Yes. Well,
Lovely
he's strange.
I had to get his attention
We
to
love him.
let him know we were doing this, and then he was like,
We're doing it, kid.
yeah, come on.
All right. All right. Such a wonderful guy.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
So Seth, I'm looking at your energy and you get the award for the most thinking. Okay. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to imagine, first close your eyes, sir, and look down at your bare feet and see that you are standing on snow. Okay. But it doesn't feel cold. It feels nice and lovely. You have your hands stuck to an iceberg in front of you. I would like you to intend that your beautiful guidance assist you in taking your hands off the iceberg and now see nothing but a lovely, lovely field of green grass flowers and fruit trees, and under your feet now are nothing but beautiful emerald. The beautiful emerald path is where you want to walk on. Begin walking now. Walk forward, please. Okay? Walk forward now and feel the golden light, the blue sky, and you are now in 7th dimension. Up ahead now, see the tables all set out and laden with fruit, beautiful things to drink and eat, and people you have lost. You are actually bringing the little soul with you that you have lost. So little soul is always with you and coming with you to 7th heaven now. And see those that have gone and left to the right, and up ahead now, many, many people that love and just want to see you and touch you and love and kiss you. These are your ancestors. Feel that strength of that ancestor cord as you walk past. Just see your pup playing with everybody else. Lots of pets in heaven. I see some of mine. And up ahead now, a picnic table with nobody. I ask you to sit there and have a chat here now. The guy who is coming in is across from you. Nothing but love. Nothing but love. And feel your energy now change and rise up. Feel yourself become very, very light. Feel yourself almost hovering up over the grass as the angels and the beings walk around you and assist your energy in going nothing but up. Understanding that we never lose anybody. Understanding that we are always connected, that we are one, and feel the touch now, Master Jesus Christ. Feel your energy spin. Now, feel the healing. Feel yourself rising up now and standing on the cool grass. Receiving the kiss and telling everybody, so happy to see you, and I will be back. This is a place we can always visit to see the ones we've lost. Put your feet now on the emerald path. Find yourself going the opposite direction and waving now at the holy ones that have assisted, waving at your ancestors, waving at the family, all the pets, and loving them so much, telling them goodbye and that you will be back. Find yourself now back on the cool green path. Find it to your door. Put your hand on the knob. Come on in and sit down where you're sitting now and come back to me. Open your eyes and come back. Okay, let me look at your energy now, honey. Okay, let me know how you're feeling now.
He feels the difference. Thank you.
Good. And so do I. That felt like a massive treat to me. That felt like that cleared me.
Yeah,
It's beautiful. Really beautiful to see.
You yanked tears to my eyes, so.
Yeah.
It was really interesting because he brought the soul of his dog with him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Ask him if he feels relief.
He said he feels lighter. Do you feel relief? This is wonderful.
Lighter. Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Awesome. So he had an escort there by the little puppy lost.
Jazzy.
Jazzy. Mm-hmm. I can't believe she made it 18 plus years. That's amazing.
And it is so odd to me how many metaphysical people have chihuahuas. What is the deal about that?
I do.
It was always different dogs. And, you know, we adopted our chihuahua. And once she came from the rescue, she was pregnant, which we didn't know. So now we're like overrun with freaking chihuahuas.
Dogs everywhere.
And they're just so sweet. I had no idea. They're just the sweetest little beings. You know, they're just constant. It's all about the kisses. And I get up in the morning and I come back to see if everybody's okay. It's nothing but kisses. And they're just so sweet.
They're amazing.
So I clear Seth, his guides, and mine. Thank you, holy ones. Send that energy back. All right. Can I look at your sciatica, Wendy?
Oh, no, that was for Annie, actually.
Oh, she had sciatica?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
As well
Okay,
as
so
some other things.
I didn't get that she had sciatica, but boy, would I like to know how she's feeling now as far as the pain.
I don't know, but I was gonna help her out with some myofascial relief that I use when mine's acting up.
Can you do that from a distance?
No, but I can message her.
No,
Here's how to do it.
Yeah.
I'm saying, can you make that happen from a distance? Oh, I bet you can. I just wanted to sign up with you if I could.
Oh, okay. It's easy. Yeah, I can tell you right here.
We got to get you doing some distance healing.
Yeah.
I like it.
So,
yeah.
You actually can do that from a distance.
Amy, is it Houski? Amy, I probably going to butcher that. Amy Houski is requesting. She wanted to know if there's any deceased family members of hers that are coming through for her. I don't know if she's
Okay,
still on
Amy
the team.
Noshka. Okay, sure, I can look.
Houska.
There
Sorry,
she
thank
is.
you.
Hi, Amy. Hi, Amy. So am I clear enough to look at Amy, everybody? Okay, so Amy, I draw forth your energy, and I ask that you close your eyes, take your hands and feet apart. She knows the drill. Asking if there are deceased. You have two people, Amy. You have, I'm going to close my eyes pretty good for this. I don't want to make a boo-boo. So I call in Amy's guides and those that will assist on this. Thank you, Dad. I'm asking, please, for the first person to step forward. Okay, Amy, this is the young man that I have channeled for you before. He is trying to help you. It feels to me like you may have had something happen since I talked to you last. Okay, so feel his energy come in around you, please. Feel his energy, if you can, on your right side. Now, the person on your left side is an older woman who says she's a couple things to you. At one time was mom, but now maybe in this lifetime, I'm going to have to open my eyes here. So were you somebody else in this lifetime? Yes. Were you grandma, great grandma? Okay, this is your great grandma. Okay, so she's on your other side. So see if you can feel the love that they're giving you. And they're trying to hold you for support. So we're going to call in somebody that will assist at this moment who is an angel. So Holy One, thank you. I think that's Archangel Gabriel, my guide. Okay, so Amy, feel this energy that's coming in from both sides and in front of you. Feel yourself just lying on a bed of light and feel that bed rise up, rise up, rise up about 8 feet off the ground. See if you can feel that gentle spin. Gentle spin. So feel that cool energy come through. Cool energy. Now, what we're going to do is they're clearing with light. So feel the pink come in your body from the top of your head, coming down your torso, down your body, out your feet. Okay, we're going to do that one more time. Pink light in your head, down your torso, your arms, your legs, your lower legs, and out your feet. We're going to do it one more time. Pink light, Pepto, pink light, 22 pink, down your head, neck, shoulders, body, legs, feet, all the way out. Okay, that looks better. Okay. And then you're doing some resistance here. Okay, so I don't know what this is about. I'm going to ask them if we can do some coding. So just hang out. Pink sparkly light, white sparkly light. Just keep your eyes on the light. Okay. Now, does she need a code? Okay, we're going to clear you with a code. It's faster. So 1 through 5, 5 through 10, 10 through 15, 15 through 20. Okay, 15 through 20 is at 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 is release control. So there's something, so remember I was telling you, you're holding on to something. So whatever that is, just intend now to release control, fight or flight. Here it comes, release. And then your lower half is a different color than your upper half. That's what I was trying to clear. We got some of it, but we're going to clear now. And who would do that? Okay, so this is my guide, goddess Artemis. She's going to clear that. That looks a lot better. Can you say how you're feeling now? Just keep yourself up there on that light bed. You're way high up. Okay, your energy's better. Okay, so holy ones, are we done? No, we're not. Okay, so what is the next thing? I would love to know if you're having pain. I know you were having headaches. I don't know if it's the headache they're trying hard to help you with. I'm going to look and see what this is. Holy ones, can you point it out? Okay, so I don't know what to do there. I don't know where you're going with that. Can you guys just take that? Okay, that's much better. Okay, so I'm going to intend the violet flame through you. Okay, so violet flame now, Amy, in your heart, in your chest, in your energy field. We're just going to do holy fire right now. Holy fire. Okay, there you go. That looks a lot better. Okay, now could you just tell me how you're feeling? So just imagine now, don't say anything yet. Don't do 8 things at once like I'm doing. Okay, so just intend now that you're just coming back down, coming back down, coming back down, feeling your body. Go ahead and say, I call into unity, my body, mind, and spirit. Flex your hands and open your eyes and tell me how you feel, hon. Tell me how you're doing. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I had to help somebody else at that moment. I was doing something. Okay. How do you feel, Amy?
She says she hasn't felt this light in a while.
Very good. Very good. Very good.
Exhausted before. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I'm just hoping
awesome.
She's gonna sleep tonight.
So we have about 15 minutes left, and I've got a healthy list here. So here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say that Mari is an amazing healer, as you all could tell. She does wonderful work. She helps. If you notice, watching her methods and watching her approach, you know, really working with not just her guides and galactic beings, but yours, to help heal and guide you. And so these are people that you can, and spirits that you can always reach out to, your ancestors, your spirit guides, your angels, interdimensional beings to ask for healing. And you can always call Mari. So what I would like to do is have Mari talk a little bit about where you can find her, how you can get a hold of her, how you can maybe Venmo, PayPal, donate a little bit for her services if you like, and or purchase an actual one-on-one private healing session that can go a little deeper and a little longer for you. Amazing work, as always. I've always been impressed by the work that you do. So I'm going to let you kind of do your little plug promo bit so that people know where to find you, because I've got a pretty good list here that I don't think we're going to get to, and I apologize to all of you that we didn't get to, but I would invite you all to follow her lead and get in touch with her after this.
Okay. Okay, so let me tell you what my guides told me to say. So next week I am going to be on Soulology with Todd Medina. So that is on May 3rd, Soulology. If you guys don't know that, he interviews people all day. Could you imagine? Hardest working guy in metaphysics. So he's got all kinds of cool people. I'm really excited to go on his program also. And the Art of Your Energy will be available probably in a couple weeks, and you'll be able to find it wherever books are sold, I guess. I have no idea. I trust my publisher. I don't know where you can buy it. Amazon probably, but probably through me. We're going to have a book and a manual. You need the manual if you're going to take the class. So the class is going to come up on my website. My website is maribeckman.com, M-A-R-I Beckman, BECKMAN.com. That's my website. You go to the website and you find the mysterious class button, which is not there because Mr. Beckman has not made it yet, but it's going to be. So in the next day or so, it'll be able to pop up to go ahead and register for the class if you want to. The codes are easy, but it does take 2 days because you have to have your energy raised. So what happens during the 2 days is that we mess around a little bit about like what we just did now, but your energy has to raise up to a certain point to be able to hold the codes. And the first class, this is the first time I'm telling anybody, my first class is June 12th and 13th. And it's a Zoom class. So I'm going to do a Zoom class. I'm going to do a class in person somewhere. That's the scoop on that. So you can find me on my website. You can find me through Facebook, Mari Beckman. That's, I think, it, I guess. Metaphysical Meltdown. That is my the podcast. And I'm going to be doing that. I have some beautiful people that I want to bring on with me, but I'm actually just going to start doing some little lives where I talk about the codes, do some free healing, that kind of stuff, whatever's on Spirit's mind that they want me to say. That'll help. So if you want to see Metaphysical Meltdown, just look up my name on YouTube. There's a lot of episodes. If you need to fall asleep, listen to my droning voice. There's probably 50 of them where I interview people in the community. Metaphysical Meltdown. The last thing I want to say is our group Hands of Light on Facebook, Hands of Light. It's a blue world. You have to pop in and request to come in because it's a private group. That's a group of a little over 1,000 people that Ann Mukherjee and I put together about a year ago. And all we do is pray and do healing for people. So if you've got an issue, you can put your name up and these beautiful people will pop on all times of the day from all parts in the world. And they send we have had freaking miracles on there. So go on Hands of Light. That's probably the best thing in the whole world that I've ever been a part of, for sure.
Yeah, amazing. How can we support you with financial donations for your efforts in like-kind energy exchange?
Oh my gosh. I would say put out the Hands of Light thing. Tell everybody about it, because that's the thing that makes me happy. I like getting on there anytime in the middle of the night and you see people supporting each other. It's so beautiful. You can support me by telling people about Hands of Light, because that is a thing. Because the cool thing is I asked people the other day, who wants these abundance codes? And I said, I'll take 10 people just to play around with me, 10 people. And I got sidetracked, got on the phone. I came back and there's like 39 people or something. So I have this list, 39 people I've been sending that doggone abundance code to. You would not believe how many people have said, I got this and this and that. And I mean, seriously, I even got $45. I got presents. It's just unbelievable. And it's not just me, it's everybody getting all kinds of cool stuff. So I'm going to say it here live. If anybody's actually on that list, in the last couple of days, I've been spreading it to the big list, the little list, and the habits list, because we had a habits list and people have been saying, cool, I quit smoking, I did this and that. So the codes work for habits. The codes work really well and they belong to everybody. They don't belong to me. So when you see the class, the money you are sending is for the time of the 2 days, and it's very nominal. And it is all about getting this out. Spirit tells me it's going to spread, because all you have to do is walk up to your wall where you put the codes and you go, Holy Ones, I'm having trouble. And they'll go, it's that one. And then you run that one and you feel better. So seriously, it's a good thing. So when you guys hear me talk about that, that is not because I think I did something so cool. This is not me. This is Spirit. Yep, I'm just the tube. And I can't wait to give it away to people, because it helps. It really does. It helps. So God bless you guys. This has been really fun.
Oh,
This is amazing. Love having you on.
Mm-hmm.
This is great.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for talking to us and doing some healing. It's wonderful.
We had a question from Chandler, actually about an hour ago, but he was inquiring as to whether different dimensions could be related to different planes of reality. And
well, I'm going to say right now that we are, since 2020, I'm going to go out on the ledge here. Can I go out on the ledge?
Sure.
Oh, they're like, why not? So in 2020, we had some things happen that pushed us into fifth dimension. A lot of us. Mm-hmm. There's still some people that haven't quite made it, but I have always felt like everybody's going to go. I remember a long time ago when I first started all this, I thought, are we leaving the planet? What's happening? And I remember going to a healer I really love, and she says, you're not going anywhere. So what we're doing is we're coming up in frequency, okay? And the higher up we come, the more we understand that we need to, for right this minute, put our own self first. And when we put our own self first, it means we pick up behind us of all the doo-doo we've laid down in our whole life while we were waking up to remember. And we're remembering really who we are. And if we're alive on the planet right now, we are a grid point. We're a grid point of light, and the light's coming in through us. So we're at the event. I remember also I got real confused about that a few years ago. What's the event? What's the event? Again, I kept thinking we were going somewhere. I was like, come on now, I go back to our tourists, you know? So no, we're not going anywhere. And we are the event. And so if we do nothing all day, but lay on the sofa and bring the light in, we have had a good day. So quit worrying about that, man. Don't worry. Okay. So are we having the light event? Probably some of us have. But if anybody's noticed, the light is huge right now. If you take photos like I do, or way better like Melanie does, you can see all kinds of stuff in the sun. And the sun is talking to us big time right now, making us feel different things. And we're all right on the money. And if we resist it, it's going to be harder. So do not resist. Just say, thank you. All I got to do. So yes, there are different dimensions that we are walking through. We're trying to do our best at speaking up and saying, you know what? No, that's not for me. Or yes. And then also when somebody says, no, that's not for me, cool. Because right now you hear nothing but blah, 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 blah. You got to do this. You got to do that. If you don't do that, something's going to happen. Kids, no, it's not real. But that's another show. But seriously, what it is is that there's a lot of control going on right now. And so what that means is we're going to speak up. We're going to clear up our messes. We're going to love each other. We're going to do the best job we freaking can right now. And that's called just, I mean, this morning I was looking at Facebook and I was like, look at that judgment, man. There's a lot of judgment right now.
Yeah.
And so when you see judgment, you've either got judgment in you, okay, or you had a bunch of judgment. I had a bunch of judgment about how I look, how I act, my weird feet, my whatever, you know. And I'm about done with judgment, kids. Yeah. So we got to just stop judging each other and start really just loving each other and just start to notice what's coming out. Some stuff that's been hidden is coming out. More stuff that's been hidden is coming out. And so just look around, be the observer that you are meant to be. Have some fun. Master Jesus is always like, you having any fun? You got to have some fun. And one time he told me, you don't have fun, we're going to create it for you, which sounds like a broken ankle. So we got to have a fun. Okay.
Right.
And understand those spirit guides, they all got an agenda. Okay. So you want to align yourself with the agenda that is yours. So the spirit guides speak to you in the highest, clearest light. It's never going to be negative. If it's negative, that's not them, that's you. Does that make sense? I'm going to get down off my soapbox and probably have a treat.
It's wonderful. It's all good stuff. And I think definitely ending on a note of, you know, just the effort that we put in to raise our vibration, contribute to that collective. You know, I think we have been through a lot. And, you know, sometimes I feel like we've been through the tower. And, you know, a lot of, you know, what you were talking about was, you know, for years feeling that train coming, but not recognize, you see the light getting bigger and bigger and bigger, but you can't see the train behind it. You don't know what's coming. You just know it's coming. And so definitely being at that moment of being like, oh, there's the train. Wait, it's not taking us off the planet. Okay, well, we're here, but it means we're changing the energy. So it's shifting. And we're going to be doing things in a different way and experiencing things in a different way and prioritizing things in a different way and connecting and our interrelationships will be different. And now I think we've been going through the goo. What as we're calling is embrace the goo, where you're going from a caterpillar to a butterfly. In the middle, when you're in that cocoon, you basically have to liquefy before you grow your wings. And so we're embracing the goo right now, where some things are coming and being exposed.
It's just been hard.
Before we transform. Yeah.
Gotta be nice to ourselves.
Yeah.
If somebody's not being nice to you, that person gots to go.
Yeah. Not
Standing
worth it. Yep. Everybody needs to take that back and reclaim it.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. So yeah. Well, thank you so much, Mary. It's been a joy. We will do it again. This is fun. I love doing stuff like this.
Thank you very much. It's really nice. So
Wonderful.
Very nice
All
to
right.
meet you and speak in person.
very nice to meet you guys. So do you have like a secret thing to talk about? Do you want me to go in the last couple minutes?
No, no,
No,
nothing.
no, we do our closing, you know.
And you're welcome to hang around for
MaryBeckman.com.
after, but that's
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. We just
But-
want to remind everybody it's MaryBeckman.com. You have a Facebook page and a website. You have a book coming out. You have classes coming. Venmo and PayPal, Mari Beckman. You know, they can find you just about anywhere. If they want private sessions, private readings, whatever, to reach out, talk to you, ask for your assistance, your guidance. The Hands of Light, we posted the link for that group as well. It is a private group, so you'll just have to request entrance, but that's no big deal. And everybody just participates in the healing, and it's amazing. I'm in there and I see Mary and others posting all the time that somebody needs some healing, and then we just shoot that shit right out there to them and get it there as fast as we can with as many healers as possible.
Yeah.
And just amazing things can happen. So, you know, definitely sign up for that and embrace your inner healer, as everybody has it in there somewhere.
Yeah.
So yeah, just really glad you could join us.
Thank you so much.
Now, next Wednesday, we've got the, I'm going to call it the paranormal EVP squares. It'll be
Yeah,
an
like the Hollywood
EVP show.
squares, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
Awesome.
It'll be lots of fun, and
Mhm.
hopefully we'll hear some good EVPs, and everyone can join us. And
Yep. We
it's
always have a
just
good
about
time.
it's a release. We all get together and just gab and interact.
Have a good time.
Mhm.
That's cool. Who are those folks?
People I've met along the way. Would you like to join us?
I don't know anything about EVP. I do a little paranormal, but it's not kind of like my focus, but that's really cool. I've been to a
It's
few
fun.
paranormal events. It's really fun. I love that stuff.
Then I will put you on the guest list.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just like, it's like coffee talk time. We just sit around
Yes.
and listen to them and comment and share and react, and
It's the cafe. Mhm.
yeah,
Okay. I get it. I get it.
yeah, it's a lot of fun.
I didn't
Well-
know that you knew Seth, but Seth and I started this show like
Oh, did you?
7 or 8 years ago, maybe even more now. I forget. He's probably gone already, feeding
Okay.
Jill.
Went
But
to bed probably. Yeah.
yeah, something. But
So-
yeah.
I love him, and I got a very quick story. Can I tell you a real quick story?
Oh,
real quick?
absolutely.
Oh,
Take your
yeah.
time.
Okay,
We're
so
good.
my dear friend Marty and I were in a class. We were listening to Seth, and we were in one of those old buildings at the ghost conference. It's down by the water. What's
Port
that called?
Gamble.
Port
Port
Gamble.
Gamble.
So we were
or
in that.
Seaside.
No, Port Gamble. So we were
Port
in
Gamble.
one of those old buildings, and I'm looking at my friend, and all of a sudden I see this guy. And he's got a long dark beard, long dark hair. I'm watching him. He's standing behind my friend. I'm watching him. I look behind him, and there's the painting of him. I look over, my friend is drawing him,
Oh, wow.
and I'm like, it's the craziest thing.
Was that in the Walker Ames?
No,
Was
that
it the
was
big
in
house?
one of those extra places. We didn't actually go on the tour, but we were listening to
Okay.
Seth talk. It was his class, so we were in his class.
Oh, in his class. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, that is an amazing town. I know, Wendy, you've probably heard us and others
I
talk
have heard
about
lots
Port
of
Gamble a
about
few
it.
times.
Mhm.
One of these days, you're going to just have to hop on a plane and come on down
I might
We'll just show
drive.
you
Yeah.
around. or drive.
Yeah.
Beautiful drive. Yeah, we could show you around the town. It's
Oh,
amazing.
so good.
You could get Pete on the show someday, because he also has his own. He's got a
Oh,
radio
yeah.
show too.
Yeah,
And we
tomorrow
can get him
night.
on the show, and he can
Tomorrow
talk all about Port Gamble. Yeah.
Or last night. I'm forgetting now. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Did we miss it? Whoops.
Sorry.
Sorry. Yeah. Sorry, Pete. But yeah, he could come on here and talk about Port Gamble and the history.
Mhm.
But it's one of those towns, I swear, when I drive through there, and maybe it's in my head, but I feel like I'm driving into a bubble, that town is completely
Yes.
encapsulated.
Wow.
And I feel I can feel the change when I go in or out. And it reminds me of, gosh, what was that TV show that was all the old, see, I'm going to screw this up, Once Upon a Time or something. It was a modern TV show with more of an adult twist on some old fairy tales.
I think
And they couldn't leave the town.
Right. It was
Is that the one? Yeah.
in spell. Yeah.
Yeah, it was under spell, and like the Wicked Witch was there, and and Little Red Riding Hood lived there and stuff, and they couldn't leave the town even if they tried. And it has that feel, like it just has that feel to it when you're driving in or driving out, that you're kind of driving through this invisible dome shield around the town. It's very crazy,
and it doesn't feel bad, and it's so beautiful.
Oh, yeah, it's a beautiful town. They've taken good care of it. They've kept the buildings up, and which I'm sure there's, one of the theories of why it feels that way is because of the effort they've put into maintaining the buildings in their original form. But yeah, it's definitely got a different vibe.
Well, the other weird thing that happened is we were leaving the next morning. So we were walking through the town, and I had to go to the bathroom. So I went to the bathroom. Marty is taking pictures of the Walker Ames house, and in one of them, in the window, oh yeah. Definitely apparition. And they said that was real. Pete said he said that was real.
Very
I was
common.
in the bathroom.
You missed it. Yeah, it's very common for that house. There's a lot of entities living in that house. And one of my favorites, I mean, gosh, it's a whole nother show talking about all the different entities that I've gotten to commune with in that town. But one of the more outward signs. So, we have all these wonderful conversations in our head with these entities, but we can't prove it, right? We can't corroborate with anybody. But there was one time we were upstairs and there was this toy up there, and we're like, "Do you want to play with the toy?" And all of a sudden the toy just started reacting, and it was kind of cool. So you actually had something outward to show it was, there was some sort of a potential response. Now, of course, there is the likelihood that it was random, but it was a small likelihood. And we were able to record it. It was kind of cool. So it's always nice to have some validation sometimes.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys, I'm gonna have to go. Somebody is needing me on the phone.
Right? Your 2 hours are up.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. Thank you for
Good
joining
night.
us.
Thank you.
We'll catch you all next time.
Yes. Thanks, everyone.